Hello everyone. In continuation to my previous video on Scrum, so let us proceed with the roles that the Scrum provides. So the essence of Scrum is a small team of the people. The individual team is highly flexible and adaptive. So let us proceed. So the Scrum team comprises of product owner, the development team, and a Scrum Master. So the Scrum teams are highly self-organizing and cross-functional, and they're designed to optimize the flexibility, creativity, and productivity. So this Scrum team actually delivers the product iteratively and incrementally. So the product owner, he is the one of the sole person who is responsible for managing the product backlog. So let us see the responsibilities that the product owner covers. So he is the one who understands the product vision. He is accountable and responsible for the backlog management. So he can decide what needs to be added on the backlog and what needs to be prioritized. Then accepts or rejects the backlog items. So he accepts or rejects the products delivered by the team as well. He attends the Scrum event, manages the key stakeholders. So he writes and prioritizes the features based on the stakeholder needs, and he can answer the questions about the product. So he's the ultimate arbiter on the requirement issues, and he decides whether to release the product or whether to continue the development. So the product owner decisions are visible in the content and ordering of the product backlog. So no one else apart from the product owner is allowed to development team to work on a different set of the requirements. So he is the sole person who tells the development team that this needs to be picked up on the priority and give a go ahead to the product. So what are the characteristics that makes a good product owner? So he has the ability and the authority to make and stick to the decisions regarding the product. He has the ability to represent the product internally and externally, and he is an excellent representative of the work that has been done and what is to be yet to become. So he has a broader viewpoint of the business ongoing and what is there in the backlog, and he prioritizes the backlogs accordingly. Then willingness to own the product backlog, that should be important. He should be a good communicator and have an effective relationship with the Scrum Master and the Scrum team. And he should be regularly participating in the Scrum event. He has a good working relationship with the stakeholders, and he's quite engaged with the team, and he involves the business in the process and don't just ask them the questions, right? So he will communicate these needs effectively, right? So the dev team or the development team actually comprises of the professionals who do the work of delivering a potentially shippable increment of the done product at the end of each sprint. They actually create the increment. So dev team is structured and enabled by the organization who can organize and manage their own work. So basically they are self-organizing in nature, that not even the Scrum Master will tell the development team to turn that product backlog into increments of potentially releasable functionality. So it is only the dev team who will do it. Cross-functional in nature, that you have all the skills as a team which are necessary to create that product increment. So there are no sub teams within a development teams. There are no titles for those development team members, right? So they it is regardless of the work being performed by that particular person. Then all the accountability belongs to the development team as a whole. There are no sub teams, right? And individual development team members may have the specialized skills and area of the focus, but this accountability actually belongs to the development team as a whole. So the dev team, it is made of the engineers with all the specialities included. There may be QA engineers, software engineers, the BAs and the technology persons, right? And the team is, as we already covered, responsible for estimating the work, writing the code, doing the testing and maintaining the code quality, and for doing the code reviews, attending all the Scrum events like sprint planning, retrospective, grooming, and DSM meetings. Then for managing the automation or automation of your builds or your test cases, right? So the normally the development team size may fall between 3 to 9 members. So the dev team size is 3 to 9 members. That fewer than 3 dev team members. It decreases the interaction and results in the smaller productivity. And also having more than 9 members, it requires too much coordination. So generally it falls between the 3 to 9 team members size. So the Scrum Master is the one who is responsible for promoting and supporting the Scrum as defined in the Scrum Guide. So internal to the team, he is responsible for ensuring that the Scrum is understood and enacted, and how the team adheres to the Scrum theory, practices, and the rule. And he is referred to as a servant leader for the Scrum team. And external to the team, he helps them outside the Scrum team understands that which of the interactions within the Scrum team are helpful and which aren't, and also helps in resolving the impediments and coordinating across the different teams. So let's cover the responsibilities more in detail in the next slide. So in this slide, let us see how the Scrum Master serves the development team, how he serves the product owner and the organization. So let's begin with serving to the development team. So he coaches the team on the Scrum execution. He coaches the development team in self-organization and cross-functionality, helps in removing the impediments to the development team's progress, facilitates the Scrum events, and he coaches the development team in organizational environments in which the Scrum is not fully adopted and understood, and so he maintains the high quality product development and product creation, and also facilitating the Scrum events. Next is how he serves the product owner or the product manager in several ways. So firstly, in managing the effective backlog management, right? So he finds the techniques for effective product backlog management. Then understanding the need for clear and concise product backlog item, right? And so he understands the product planning in an empirical environment, and also he ensures the product owner as in how to arrange the product backlog to maximize the value, and understanding and practicing the agility, right? He facilitates the Scrum events as requested or needed, and he helps the Scrum team understand the need for clear and concise product backlog items. Then how he serves to the organization. So basically he leads and coaches the Scrum organization in the Scrum adoption, right? He works with the COE. He participates with other Scrum Masters in the Scrum adoption. He helps the employees and stakeholders understand the empirical nature of the Scrum, right? The empirical product development, and how he can cause the change that increases the productivity of the Scrum team. And he also works with other Scrum Masters to see or to increase the effectiveness of the application of the Scrum in the organization. So he helps in planning the Scrum implementations within the organization. So that's how the Scrum Master plays a very crucial role and in the Scrum adoption. So in this slide, let us discuss about Agile Coach. Though this role does not exist in the Scrum Guide, but some of the organizations are having the Agile Coaches. And let's see how Agile Coach helps in the Scrum. So he is an Agile practitioner who demonstrates the Agile values and the principle. He is expert in Scrum, not only in theory but in practice as well. He helps educate and mentor, and he helps multiple Scrum teams to continually improve and deliver the high quality, higher value software faster in nature. He figures out where this particular team is there and how the team grows and helps the team mature in nature, right? And he works with multiple Scrum team, and though he's not a particular member of one Scrum team, but he helps across the different Scrum teams within an organization. He helps the facilitate the Scrum and with the Scrum Master, and gives the relevant feedback as required, which helps the organization in delivering the agile values and the principles. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching my video. If you like my video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.